oblique incidence of light on a plane film. Now, this is the plane film. It has a thickness small t. It has a refractive index mu. And this is the upper surface of the film, and this is the lower surface of the film. This is the incident ray, and the angle of incidence is I. Consider a transparent film of thickness t. It has a refractive index mu. A ray AB of monochromatic light with wavelength lambda is incident at an angle of incidence I. Now, this is the incident ray. Part of this ray is reflected along BC. Part of this ray is reflected along BC. This is BC. Part is transmitted along BF. This BF, the ray BF is partially reflected along FD, and a part is refracted along FK. Now, the part already reflected along FD is transmitted along DE. Now, this DE is parallel to BC, and this DH is normal to BC. Now, the wave traveling along BF, DE and BC are originated from a single wave AB. That means they are coherent. Now, the path traveled from H and D are equal. That means the path traveled from H and the path traveled from D are equal, or simply we can say HC equal to D. Now we have two paths. One is BC, another one is BFDE. BFDE. As HC equal to DE, when we are considering path difference, we can neglect that part. So as of now, we can consider this path BH and BFD. So instead of the path BC and BFDE, we can consider path BH and BFD. That is geometrical path difference equal to BF plus FD minus BH. BF plus FD, that is mentioned in the blue color, minus BH represented by yellow color. So it's the geometrical path difference. We know the difference between optical path length and geometrical path length. Optical path difference equal to refractive index mu into geometrical path difference. That is optical path difference delta equal to mu into BF plus BD minus BH. Let it be equation 1. So this is the diagram. From triangle BFG, this is the triangle. Cos R equal to adjacent side FG divided by hypotenuse BF, or BF equal to FG by cos R. We know that this length FG is the thickness T of the film. So FG can be replaced by T. So equation will be BF equal to T by cos R, equation number 2. Also, we know that BF equal to FD. From the diagram you can see this is the BF, which is equal to FD, or BF plus FD equal to BF plus BF. FD ക്ക് പകരം BF എന്ന് സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തു, as BF equal to FD. BF plus BF equal to 2BF. We have the equation for BF, that is T by cos R. So that we can substitute here. That is BF plus FT equal to 2T by cos R. Equation 3. From triangle BHD, this is the triangle BHD. Sin I equal to opposite side BH divided by hypotenuse BD, or BH equal to BD sin I, as BD equal to 2BG. So this is the equation for BD. We know that it is 2 times BG. Instead of BD, we can substitute 2BG. Therefore, BH equal to 2BG sin I, equation 4. Now consider the triangle BFG. So let us consider this triangle BFG. Sin R equal to opposite side BG divided by hypotenuse BF, or BG equal to BF sin R. From equation 2, we have BF equal to T by cos R. Substitute here. So equation BF in pagaram nammal T by cos R substitute here. So BG equal to T by cos R sin R. Since sin R by cos R equal to tan R, you can write BG equal to T tan R, equation 5. Substitute in equation 4. This is the equation for BH is equal to 2BG sin I. In this equation, BG ku pagaram nammal T tan R ennu substitute here. This value. That is BH is equal to 2T tan R sin I. 2T tan R sin I. Equation 6. We have the equation sin I by sin R equal to mu 2 by mu 1. Here, refractive index of second medium mu 2 is mu, and refractive index of first medium is 1 as it is air. So the equation can be rewritten as sin I by sin R equal to mu, or sin I equal to mu sin R. Substitute it in equation 6. This is the equation 6. Equation 6, instead of sin I, we need to substitute mu sin R. So this is the equation. BH is equal to 2T tan R mu sin R. What is tan R? Tan R is equal to sin R by cos R. So the equation can be written like this. Or BH is equal to 2 mu T sin square R by cos R. Substitute equation 3 and equation 7 in equation 1. It is the equation 1. This is the equation 3. So instead of BF and FD, we need to substitute 2T by cos R. This is equation 7. So instead of BH, we need to substitute this value 2 mu T sin square R by cos R. That is delta equal to mu into 2T by cos R minus 2 mu T sin square R by cos R. Just to rearrange the above equation, we will get this value. Now 2 mu T by cos R is common in both equations. That is delta equal to 2 mu T by cos R into 1 minus sin square R. 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. So delta equal to 2 mu T by cos R into cos square R. So here one cos R and this cos square R will be cancelled together. So that is delta equal to 2 mu T cos R. Delta equal to 2 mu T cos R. Now we need to find the effective path difference. So similar to previous derivation, the effective path difference between the two rays from upper and lower surface can be written as delta equal to 2 mu T cos R minus lambda by 2. Please check previous derivation. Also, if the path difference is an integral multiple of lambda, the film appears bright. In that case, path difference will be equal to m lambda. Here also we follows the previous derivation. You can take this minus lambda by 2 to the RHS and rearrange the equation. And finally you will get 2 mu t cos r equal to n plus half lambda. Please check previous derivation regarding steps. It is a condition for brightness. If the path difference is an odd integral multiple of lambda by 2, the film appears to be dark. So as earlier equation, you can write the path difference equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. When n equal to 1, that is 2 minus 1 is 1, that is equal to lambda by 2. When n equal to 2, this is equal to 2 into 2, 4 minus 1, 3 lambda by 2. So that it will be like lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2, etc., which I already discussed in the previous derivation. Take minus lambda by 2 the RHS and rearrange the equation. Similar to previous derivation, you will get this is equal to n lambda, that is 2 mu t cos r equal to n lambda. It's the condition for darkness.